What's going on, Jeromes? So we here at this channel, we try to be, we use the term ombudsman, except that's not correct because ombudsmen are generally in-house. But in terms of someone who protects you, or at least translates the BS that comes out of the media, right? You want us on that wall. You need us on this wall. And this was just funny, right? So we talked about how aggregation has basically taken over sports media, right? And we're guilty of it too. Like we'll do a lot of videos where we're simply talking about other news or other articles by someone else, right? But we read it as a fan, and we're having a conversation like two fans at a bar talking about what the article was, right? So that's the way we approach it. But a lot of aggregation just is sources say, then quoting another aggregator, and then their sources say, quoting another aggregator, and it turns into a game of telephone, and we call it the great aunt on Facebook scale. Like, they'll just see the headline on Facebook and be like, oh, it must be true. It's on the Facebook. Right, so this one's great. The Sporting News. So the Sporting News is a legacy media outlet which has fallen on hard times, right? And so they're in the aggregation game, just like everyone else, trying to get clicks, trying to get a couple pennies from Google and all that stuff. But Sporting News, Vikings JJ McCarthy reportedly smashed a Tom Brady record before taking a real NFL snap. Now, this is by Ryan O'Leary. Looked him up. He's not AI, all right? And also is a legitimate Big J journalist. So this is not tongue-in-cheek. This is not satire. This is not whatever. This is legit. Right, JJ McCarthy is the new king of spring. Now fans of the Vikings can only hope it's a sign of things to come this fall. Now, this entire article stemmed from this, right? So, Cam, you probably seen him on Vikings Twitter. Like he's funny. He posts a lot of fake stuff, and he's satire. Like it's a parody account essentially, right? But JJ McCarthy's OTA stats: 90 of 102. 89% completion percentage, which is good. 37 touchdowns, first all time. 1 interception, generational star. And Jack Mack of Barstool, which is also a bit of a parody account. You aren't ready for JJ McCarthy's supremacy come this fall. I won't miss a snap. Right, so that's where it starts and ends. So Cam photoshopped his stats on an official looking NFL posts, like from Instagram, but it's just funny. So this is what was ran with, right? And of course, no one keeps stats at OTAs, not even the journalists who are out there once a week. So it's ludicrous, right? Also, if you think about it, OTAs is only half done, so he's already broken the all-time OTA touchdown record in only 6 OTA sessions. Wow, that's a star. So back to this jabroni article, which again, I had to read this 3-4 times, which reading is not my forte, but this is legit. This is straight, this guy thinks he's Walter Cronkite. Anyways, according to multiple reports, so 2 fake reports. According to multiple reports, McCarthy recently broke Tom Brady's NFL record for most touchdown passes thrown during a single year's OTAs. He has reportedly thrown 42 touchdown passes compared to 1 interception in his first true football action since last summer's meniscus injury. So, we got fake stats. We got stat padding. We got 37 touchdowns here. Got 42 touchdowns here. Which is it, Mr. Fung? Brady is said to have held the previous OTA's touchdown record at 36, but the GOAT would probably scoff at the idea of tracking individual statistics during voluntary offseason workout sessions. As laughable as McCarthy's record-setting offseason may sound, he's clearly operating at 100% health and picking up where he left off from his first training camp, when he appeared on track to give veteran Sam Darnold a run for his money before suffering a season-ending knee injury. If anything, this story highlights why the Vikings graciously passed on new Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Graciously passed. Just said no. And waited until day 3 of the NFL draft to solidify their depth chart behind McCarthy, which they didn't. I mean, Brosmer's a UDFA, and I guess you could count day 3 as the slight trading down to get Sam Howell. Sure. Coach Kevin O'Connell and company know what they have in their young quarterback, and they've spent the offseason bulking up the protection up front and adding weapons at the skill positions for another run at the NFC North title. OTA practices fail in comparison to joint training camp sessions or preseason games, but McCarthy's reported 87% completion percentage so far this spring is accurate. Minnesota could be among the most slept on teams in the NFL in 2025. So, again, like I said, I had to reread this multiple times just to make sure I wasn't falling for it. But this seems to be legitimately reported on, right? This is the template for an aggregator article, right? So they could have cited multiple reports, and it could have been a tweet from Gessling of the Strib or not Carl Gershman of ESPN, and then it would have read the same. Right, so introducing the foundation of the article through the topic from according multiple sources, and then expanding upon what this could mean, as well as what JJ McCarthy could be this year and what the Vikings are going to do. But again, it all stemmed from 89% completion percentage. If reported 80, well, again, it's 87 or 89. It vacillates back and forth, but again, this is the state of journalism. Right. This is why you do have to respect work of guys like Will Ragatz, Alec Lewis at The Athletic. Guys that you really dive on in there and get the good stuff, as opposed to just I don't know what this is. I honestly don't know what this is. And again, this is going to dupe all the boomers on Facebook. Like I will probably get a text from either my father-in-law or my wife's uncle will be like, "Hey, did you see this? JJ's breaking Tom Brady's record, Michigan man, blah 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 blah." 100% guaranteed, because they'll just see the headline on Facebook in the Facebook as they're commenting on every single post. And sharing a lot of political memes as well. But again, this is what passes off, and guess what? There's a certain percentage of the population that will just take this to heart and will think for the rest of their lives, yes, JJ McCarthy is out there breaking Tom Brady's records, which is why, on one hand, this is funny. On the other hand, this is pretty dangerous. Right? We walk the fine line. Now, of course, it's very low stakes when it comes to sports, niche down to one football team and the greatest quarterback of all time, and then also Tom Brady. But then it's a symptom of a much larger illness where, this extrapolates up. This extrapolates beyond sports into news, into politics, into everything. It's just, I guess this is more of a state on journalism writ large as opposed to just sports journalism, but I don't know. I don't know how you fix it. I don't think there is any fixing. I really don't think that there is. It's like you're not going to get rid of all the landmines, so just watch where you walk. Or some of it. No, actually, a better analogy where it's like you're walking through a cow pasture. Obviously, there's going to be cow all over the place. Just watch your step. That's it. But again, this is so funny. So funny. Again, a legacy name brand like the Sporting News has whored itself out to this level where we're just aggregating fake tweets and fake news. Here we are. Great. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Sporting News got tricked. Let us know your thoughts. Comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol. Production value.